What's up, YouTube? So, I just want to let you know, just in case you don't know, that all the true pro-blacks are gone. Alright? They're gone. They're probably not going to be coming back anytime soon. Okay? Um, it's usually falls into three different situations or three different scenarios as to why they aren't here anymore. Alright? So, for one, they were killed, like say, your Malcolm X or even, your Martin Luther King Jr., right? You know, anyone who's really about it, who really is dedicated to the black community and to black empowerment and black liberation, the system of white supremacy got to get rid of them, right? They're going to get rid of them. And, for Malcolm and Martin, that was the case, right? A second situation, the pro-blacks, or some end up being exiled, right? Like Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois, right? Like Marcus Garvey, I believe he was deported back to Jamaica on some type of, charge of mail fraud or something like that. And W.E.B. Du Bois, I'm not sure why, but he wound up going to Ghana. And I have heard that it's easy for African Americans to achieve, citizenship. It's easy for them to get it. I think they've kind of made some sort of a fast track plan specifically for African Americans to get citizenship in Ghana. So, a little FYI there, if you're interested in, moving to an African country, that would probably be an easier route for you. The third and last scenario, third and last situation is the pro-blacks have been brought. They've been paid off. They've been paid for, right? Your Louis Farrakhan's, your Al Sharpton's, your Jesse Jackson's, like they've been brought, they've been paid for, right? Because the thing is, like, white supremacy, the system of white supremacy, they kind of come up to you and present a deal with you, right? Basically, it's like, the ones that ain't here anymore, Malcolm and Martin, they ain't take the deal, right? When they presented the deal to them, they ain't take it. They ain't go for it. Seemingly seemingly Martin did kind of go for it, but then he switched up. Then they were like, we got to get rid of this Negro. But the ones who did take it are still here, right? So Louis Farrakhan, as I said, Jesse Jackson, and Al Sharpton, a couple of examples, right? Because it's like, okay, we bought you, so you kind of like low-key on our agenda, low-key pushing our agenda now. You low-key work for us now, right? So that's like, basically the three different situations and scenarios that the true pro-blacks fall into. Also, we have to realize that integration also killed the pro-blacks, just in general, right? The true pro-blacks, because I think before integration, we were all kind of like more or less on the same page. There's always some coons, there are always some coons, but I think we as the community, we were all on the same page, right? But then when we, achieved integration, then that kind of started the breakdown of like black people and the black community. And like, also I heard that like the black dollar used to circulate much longer in the black community during segregation. You know, and you know, white people are going to put some thought into what they do. You know, as far as like giving black people access to certain things, making sure that, okay, they have access to this, right? But we're going to make sure to change the, you know, finish line, right? The finish line ain't going to be here anymore. It's going to be all the way over here. But we're going to give you this illusion of inclusion so it seems like you kind of crossed the finish line. You know? And along with integration came more access to other groups of people, especially white people, right? Which also killed the black community and the black family and, you know, black love, quote unquote, right? Even though I still think that black love ain't dead, you know, you can still see black love. You know? So for me, I say that the second worst thing would probably be like Loving versus Virginia, you know. And no shade to my swirlers out there, you know, no shade to my swirlers. You know, I ain't got no beef. I got much love for my swirlers who come through and support. But I think I'm going to probably end up making a entirely separate video to address that. You know, the second worst thing to happen to black people was Loving versus Virginia. I think I'm going to end up making a second video to address that. You know, and like now we're in the era of like the social media pro-black folks, and really I ain't feeling them like that. They, first of all, a lot of them don't even make sure to say that they ain't pro-black. So right off the bat, they ain't. We already know what type of bullshit that they on. Right off the bat. You know? Although they usually don't say that they're not pro-black until they're called out on something or until they have been exposed for something, right? You know? But you know, these social media pro-blacks, most of them are jokes. You know, that's probably part of the reason why they're able to exist. The real true pro-blacks, nah, you know, no. You know, I will give a shout out, you know, perhaps even an honorable mention to Micah X. You know, I think he was a true pro-black, possibly a little slightly mentally unstable, perhaps, you know. But I'll say that I'll give him an honorable mention, you know, because, you know, he was about it, you know. And you notice when he did what he did, right? All of a sudden they started pushing laws through. Forget the bureaucracy, right? You know, forget the red tape. They started pushing those laws to protect police officers straight on through, right? But, you know, for black folk, it's like all of a sudden court cases, bureaucracy, voting, red tape, like so many things, right? But yeah, most of these pro-blacks, you know, folks today, quote unquote, are just, they jokes. You know, I don't think the CIA ain't really checking for them. Like, nah, the CIA probably ain't even watching them like that. Because they know they ain't about shit. You know? A lot of these dudes low-key just be like, a lot of these dudes really be like low-key hood niggas that couldn't cut it on the street. So they just flipped they hustle. So instead of trying to do the street hustle, they doing the pro-black hustle. Like some folks do the Christian pastor hustle. It's just a hustle for a lot of these folks. You know, open up GoFundMe's, they Patreons, you know, they PayPals, you know, hawking their products, you know, it's just another way to earn money, right? And black people, because black people tend to engage in idol worship for some reason, they tend to want to deify these people and make these people into gods, you know, that they low-key worship. And I don't know where that really comes from. I guess, you know, just, I don't know, a lack, like a lost soul or something. You know, really trying to hold on to something that's tangible and that you can see and hoping that this can, you know, lead you to the promised land. I don't know. You know. But let me bring this video to a close. I don't want to go on for too long. So thanks for watching. Please comment. Adios and goodbye for now.